I'm Elena with Women Who Drone. Today we're going to be unboxing the new Mavic Air 2. Thanks to our friends at DJI for sending us this drone. We're so excited to see what's inside and to test out all of the newest features. All right, let's get started. So I'm just gonna go here, and I already removed the plastic. Didn't wanna have you wait through that. Yeah. Now you can see it's nicely packaged, so I'm gonna just pull this cute little Mavic 2 Air out. Excellent. It's very tiny, doesn't weigh too much. I think it's 570 grams. And if I just open it up really quick, we'll just pop that right there. And then, wow, this is really new, a completely different design, something I'm not really used to with all of the other DJI products, but also really exciting to see that they've changed up the remote. So let me just put that right there. And then we just have our instructions. All right, so we have the cords and everything, and then of course we have our propellers. So I'm gonna just get everything ready, put the propellers on, and then I'm gonna talk more about all of the cool features that this drone has to offer. You might be wondering what's so different about this drone. Well, we already noticed that there's a new remote control design. If you're an avid DJI user, you'll know that this is already a major difference. We also know that it goes faster as far as performance goes, further, and it takes incredible photos. But as far as the body and the design goes, here's what's new. New motors, which you can see up close right here. This drone also has new ESCs, which stands for electronic speed controllers. These essentially control and regulate the speed of the motors. The flight speed will go up to 42 miles per hour in sport mode, which is about the same speed as the Mavic Air 1, but a tad less than the Mavic Pro 2, coming in at 44 miles per hour. Finally, the Mavic Air 2 weighs 570 grams or 20.10 ounces. And we cannot forget, it has a new app called the DJI Fly app. So be sure to download this before your flight. Now, some of you might care more about the camera specs versus the performance of the drone, so let me share a little bit more insight there. The new camera features a 1/2-inch sensor with 48 megapixels compared to 12 megapixels on the Mavic Air 1. If you're a camera person, you already know that's pretty incredible. It also has high dynamic range, color optimization, and a new Smart Photo Intelligent mode allowing you to capture some stunning images. It can also shoot 4K video at 60 frames per second and slow motion video at 240 frames per second, all in HDR. It also has improved intelligent flight modes, including Active Track 3.0, Spotlight 2.0, Points of Interest 3.0, and 6 quick shots. It also has obstacle avoidance and uses vision sensors and TOF, or time of flight sensors, along with APAS 3.0. Now that we have a sense of what this drone is capable of, we're gonna go outside and test it out. So now that we're outside, we are going to put this drone to the test. The features we're going to be highlighting is the 8K feature for the Hyperlapse mode. You can only do this in the free and the waypoint options for Hyperlapse. We're also going to be testing out this incredible camera. We'll do some video. I'll show you some images. There's also the Find My Drone feature. I'll test that out towards the end so we can actually see the way that works. Of course, the range, OcuSync 2.0. Again, it goes 6.2 miles away from you in terms of the range. I'm not going to go that far, but I do want to test out how it works and if my picture loses or how the transmission is. So we'll go over that. The battery life, we'll see how that goes, and also slow-mo. I am going to test that out with one of my amazing friends and who's behind the camera as well. She's gonna be doing some shuffling for us, and we're going to see how that looks in slow-mo. All right, let's get this baby in the air.
Take off. The home port has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Okay, so I took it to about 2,300 feet, and then I couldn't see it anymore, so I brought it back. But you get a sense of how far it could go, and I didn't lose any picture whatsoever. All right, we're going to test out the photo modes. Now I'm going to show you how to start your hyperlapse for the 8K feature. Again, we're testing out waypoint because you can only do the 8K in free or waypoint. So in this case, we're going to do it in waypoint. So select waypoint and then make sure you go to your settings and you're going to go under camera and just make sure 8K and raw is selected so you can have those images in case you need to edit them. And then once you have that set, you can go ahead and select your points and then start your hyperlapse. And I'm going to show you what I came up with. So another thing that is new on this drone is you can go into the settings, click on safety, scroll down, and you can click on Find My Drone. Let's say you somehow, I don't know, crashed or your drone landed somewhere because you're running out of battery. Well, it has this feature so you can find it. So now I'm going to click on the start flashing and beeping. As you can see, the drone is flashing and beeping, and this would ultimately tell you where your drone is at. Now, personally, I don't think I'll be using this feature. I also don't think it's loud enough. Like if this were in a tree really high up, I don't think that I would hear it. But I guess it is a cool feature if you crash your drone, which is highly unlikely with the obstacle avoidance features. So it's just a new feature on this Mavic Air that I probably won't use, but good to know about. The last feature I'm going to test out is shooting a slow-mo video shot in 4K at 240 frames per second. So I'm going to go to slow-mo, I'm going to click on 240 frames per second, and I'm going to hit record. There's not very many things in this area that we can slow-mo, but I'm going to have my camera girl here do some shuffling, and we're going to see how that looks. So that was the Mavic Air 2. While I'm still in love with my Mavic Pro 2, I think overall this is a really great drone to start off with or to add to your drone collection. Here are a few cons and pros on how I personally feel about this drone. So the first thing I wasn't too impressed with was the hyperlapse. The 8K specifically. Shooting a hyperlapse in 8K, first off, I don't think is quite necessary, especially because it took up most of my battery. And then the hyperlapse I did end up getting was only about 3 seconds, even though it said it was going to be 6 seconds. Also because you can only do it in the free and the waypoint modes, which I don't ever really use. I'm actually a huge fan of hyperlapse, but more specifically the circle and the course lock modes. So that right there, not too impressed with, but the other hyperlapses do come out really great. The second new feature I wasn't too impressed with is the Find My Drone feature. Now, this is equipped on most smartphones, which seems pretty exciting, but after I tested it out, I realized that I probably would never use this feature because I have the return to home feature, which tells the drone to return home when the battery is going to die. Now, I guess if you were to crash your drone, it would be quite helpful, let's say in a tree, and you were trying to figure out what part of the tree it was in. This actually happened to me in Bali. So it would have been helpful during that time, but I haven't been crashing quite that much lately. But if you're new and you crash your drone and you can't find it, you can use this feature. It'll beep and it'll light up and then you can find the drone. But again, I don't think it's too necessary, especially because you have the sensors, the obstacle avoidance, and that's really to help you not crash your drone. Now, what I really love about this drone is how small and compact it is. I love the new remote design. Another awesome feature is the OcuSync 2.0. Now, this can go really far away from you. 6.2 miles is quite impressive. I didn't go that far because there's just really no need, but the fact that it has this is really awesome, so that's a big plus on this drone. Another thing I absolutely love about this drone is the camera. You can tell the quality of the footage and the photos is just really incredible. Again, for the price and the fact that it's a Mavic Air, and it's not the Pro, the camera with the 48 megapixels is just really awesome. Last but not least, the battery life. 34 minutes, that is unheard of, and I really love the fact that I can do multiple hyperlapses and not feel worried about it losing battery. So this wins overall when it comes to battery life. So again, for $799, this is a great drone to add to your collection if you're an avid drone user. But if you're a newbie, I highly recommend this drone because again, the price is amazing for $799. You have an incredible camera, it's compact, and you have all these really cool, neat features that are already on the Mavic 2 Pro. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up or let us know what you thought in the comments section below. And for more helpful videos, go ahead and click right there and right there. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, happy and safe flying.